Picture this: your own mother leaning in close to your fiancé, whispering that your brother is the real man she deserves and that you're just not enough. That's the nightmare I lived and the revenge I served up. It was cold, calculated, and absolutely brutal. I was always the disappointment in my family. My older brother Jordan was the golden child, taller, louder, and natural at sports. Mom worshipped the ground he walked on. She had his old football trophies locked in a glass case in the living room. She even framed his college diploma, though he dropped out after one semester. She talked him up like he was some kind of war hero, when really all he did was manage a tire shop. Me, I was the smaller, quieter one. I buried myself in books and computers. I earned a degree in software engineering and climbed my way to a senior spot at a tech firm. I made solid money, bought my own house by 29. But to Mom, none of that counted. In her eyes, Jordan was the true man of the house, and I was just the other son. And I met Emily. She was stunning, sharp as a tack, and she actually laughed at my dumb jokes. We dated for 2 years before I popped the question. She said yes, and for the first time I felt like someone finally saw the real me. I started bringing her to family dinners. Mom was polite on the surface, but ice cold underneath. She'd drop these little digs, like how Emily was lucky to snag someone so stable, or she'd go on about how Jordan was still single, hunting for the perfect match. She'd point out how he worked with his hands like a real man, while I just pecked away at a keyboard all day. I brushed it off. That's just Mom being Mom, I told myself. The wedding was set for October. Venue booked, invitations out. Emily handled the planning, I covered the costs. That was our deal. She dreamed it up, I made it real. 3 weeks before the big day, I got home early from work. There was an unfamiliar car in the driveway. I stepped inside and heard those unmistakable noises from upstairs. My stomach dropped. I knew what I'd find before I even cracked the bedroom door. There they were, Emily and Jordan, tangled up in my bed, in my house. They didn't spot me at first. I just stood there frozen for a solid 10 seconds. Then Emily screamed. Jordan bolted upright, stammering excuses. It just happened, man, doesn't mean a thing. Sorry, bro. Emily was sobbing, clutching the sheets like a shield. I didn't scream, didn't smash a thing. I just looked them dead in the eyes and asked one question: how long? Jordan stared at the floor. 3 months. 3 months, while I footed the bill for our dream wedding, while I sketched out our future together, while I held her close every single night. I turned and walked out, drove straight to a hotel and crashed there. My phone exploded with calls and texts from both of them. Powered it off. Next morning, I don't know what possessed me, but I dialed Mom. Craved some comfort maybe? Hoped she'd finally pick my side for once. She picked up on the second ring. I already know, she said flat out. Jordan spilled it last night, and honestly, maybe it's for the best. Emily needs a strong man, someone to protect her. Jordan's way more her speed. You'll land on your feet, someone quieter, more your type. I couldn't even breathe. My own mother. I actually encouraged it. She kept going like it was no big deal. Turns out she'd pulled Emily aside months back, told her she was settling for me. Said Jordan was the superior pick, a real husband, not some guy glued to a screen. Then she had the nerve to suggest I hand over the wedding venue. Everything was paid for, after all. I hung up and just sat there in that sterile hotel room, staring at the wall for an hour. Then the switch flipped. I grabbed my phone and started dialing. The venue, booked in my name, canceled, catering charged to my card. Gone, photographer, flowers, DJ, all scrapped. The house Emily lived in, mine, bought long before we met. I called a locksmith that afternoon, changed every lock, and got my lawyer drafting an eviction notice. Oh, and those monthly checks I'd been slipping Mom for the past year. Her electric, car insurance, even $600 for groceries. Nobody knew I was propping her up. Canceled everyone. Then I hit small claims court on Jordan for the $14,000 he still owed me, texts as proof, crystal clear. Finally, I blocked all 3 of them. Clean break. This morning, I woke up to 19 missed calls. Mom was a wreck in her voicemails, power shut off, insurance lapsed, clueless on rent, screaming that I was tearing the family apart. Jordan, furious about the summons. Brothers don't sue brothers, dude. Emily, sobbing that she was crashing with him now, begging me to ease up, she'd messed up, but I was being too cruel. I listened to every word, then I deleted them all. Mom picked her favorite. She shoved my fiancé right into his arms and slapped a not man enough label on me. Now, they're scrambling in the mess they made. And me, I'm finally free.